Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WWTF. We want the Fast Game Show. I'm Mike C.
I'm Fred White.
We're bringing you another important topic. Go ahead, Fred.
This has to do with them selling toy guns inside the stores. You can get them inside of Walmart, Family Dollars, Targets. And I think that this topic is going to surround so much more than just toy guns.
Right.
We're going to start off with when we were small, Mike, we would get cap guns. Right? My cousin Cornelius, she would, every time I would go over to my Aunt Beck's house, there would be a corner store right across the street from their house, and I used to love every time I came over there, she would give me a cap gun. And, just run around the block.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you can't do that. With all these murderers being committed by police officers, the deaths in France, the shootings and stuff like that.
Snipers in Dallas and just all types of craziness going on, man.
I think that starts with childhood first. Because if you're given or exposed to that gun, and that gun looks so playful, it's bright, it's fun, it shoots out stuff that can't hurt you, and I see tons of kids, Mommy, can I get the gun? And they give them to them. Now, if I had a son, I have a daughter, but my daughter wasn't into play guns. But if I had a son, I would never get him a gun. Not now. Maybe back in the day, a couple of years ago, I would even think like Nerf guns, because there were people there was a man that got killed inside of Walmart off of a fake gun, and Walmart sells guns, those fake guns, and he was actually murdered inside there. There's been other reported shootings of people getting killed with guns that have the tab on it. And that true or fact that you can't tell that yellow tab that's on the gun. You can't tell if it's real or not.
Right.
But if you just get that out of the equation, we wouldn't have any problems. Just like they stopped selling cigarettes inside of CVS, which I commend them. I think that like places like Family Dollar, Target, Walmart, Toys R Us, they should stop selling toy guns, because it really does not bring anything but trouble.
Right. Well, I remember when I was little and everything, we used to play like Army and all that other stuff. And I just think mindset of today's society now and back then are totally completely different.
Right.
It was different upbringing, different family household. People were just taught. Back then it was more trust, I think. It was more trust in people and stuff like that. We would like for it to get back to that, but we have a lot of growing pains, man. I don't know of a way for us to get back to that. It starts by, far as I know, people nowadays don't want to be in other people's business. I understand that you want your own thing, but still, people need to look out for other people, and that's the thing that we really forgot up in this world, man. Not taking care of our neighbor and stuff like that, looking out for them. Somebody's in danger and help that person, man. It's just the only human thing to do. I think we lost our humanity far as, from where it was back in the past to where it is now, man. Just a lot of people just lost their humanity. So I just ask people just to wake up, help your fellow man or woman out, man, and just be there for them, man.
They took punishment out of the schools. And they took punishment damn nearly out of the home.
Yeah.
Because if you punish a kid, now we talked about this topic before. I don't mean to beat your kid. Now, if you have a son and he's 18 and he's in your house, and as a man, if he steps to you, then you got to knock the hell out of him. You know what I'm saying? Teach him, look, I'm the alpha male in this house. You understand? But I'm not talking about, like, they can't go to school because their arm is broke or welts and stuff like that. I've got my behind beat plenty of times. And I thank God that I got all those whippings from my grandmother and my mother, neighbors, Mr. Williams, that I consider my biological father. He whipped me, and I was just a friend of his son's. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that taught me to have respect. Because I'm not in a situation where I'm facing life. I'm not in a situation where I killed, murdered people and stuff like that. You know, I've been in trouble. I'm not going to lie about that. But I haven't been in trouble to the point where I risk losing my freedom. And I think that the education and the beatings that I got, I think that helped. I wasn't a real big toy gun fan. You know, I had G.I. Joes, I had Transformers, and, stuff like that. And you had the toys and they had guns and stuff like that. But I was never the one to wanted to, other than the cap guns, I grew out of that. But, at the time, 13, 14, the fascination of guns or even toy guns, it wasn't there. Even when I saw Nerf guns and water guns and stuff like that. And even at that time when you had water guns, it was a fun thing to do. Right. Now you go out with a water gun on the street. If you point that in the direction of a cop or anything, they're going to take that as a threat.
That's right.
Even though it's a big Nerf water gun, they might just kill you on the spot because of that. All I'm saying is that, toy guns inside of these shops that you go in, I would ask you to refrain from getting your child this stuff. Right. Because it's only going to psychologically, my opinion, going to make them go to the real thing. Right. They have toy cell phones, and you give to your kids and babies, and they're fascinated with it. Yep. You got a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old that knows how to use an iPhone better than you. Yep. That's all crazy. From playing with a phone.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's the same thing, playing with a gun.
I believe, yeah. All right. So, like always, you guys can hit us up at thegamershow@gmail.com. You want to leave any comments on this subject we're talking about or something else, just go ahead and hit us up. And that's The Game Show with an L.
And please remember to like, subscribe, and follow all our social media networks. Join our CMOS community and our website community where you can get some free stuff. We'll see you next time on WWTF.
You want the facts.
The Gamer Show.
See you guys next time. Keep on watching.